I want you to imagine something for me. Right now, picture yourself standing at the edge of a dense, overgrown jungle. It's midnight, and you're completely alone. You take one step in. The air is so thick you can almost taste it. You can't see anything. Then, a twig snaps right behind you. Your heart just slams against your ribs. Is that a little rabbit, or is it a tiger watching you, waiting? Okay, you can open your eyes. That jungle, that's the stock market. And your life savings, that's you standing alone in the dark. Now, every single day, thousands of people, just like you, get pulled into this jungle, promised that it's an easy path to wealth. But here's the brutal truth they don't tell you. Over 90% of active traders lose money in the long run. Let me say that again, 90%. And this isn't just bad luck. The jungle, you see, is engineered to make you fail. It's a system designed to separate you from your money. But there's one person who hasn't just survived this place, he's pretty much conquered it. His name is Warren Buffett, and today he's going to be our guide. What you see here, this is our survival map. We're going to unpack his core rules, which are way more than just investing tips. Think of them as your survival kit for this financial wilderness.
So let's start with the very first piece of gear you're going to need, the shield. This is all about defending yourself from the single biggest threat in the jungle, which, by the way, is you. It all boils down to Buffett's most famous rule. And it's not just some nice-sounding advice. It's a stone-cold mathematical necessity.
And here it is. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. I know, it sounds almost like a punchline, right? Super obvious. But if you think this is just about avoiding some red on your screen, you are completely missing the deadly mathematical trap that's hiding right under the surface.
Let's make this real. Imagine you start out with $10,000. You get excited about some hot new thing, make a bad call, and boom, your portfolio gets cut in half, down 50%. You're now left with $5,000. It stings, but you think, no big deal, I just need a 50% gain to get back to even.
And right there, that's the fatal mistake. That's the quicksand. See, to get from 5,000 back to your original 10,000, you don't need a 50% gain. You need a 100% gain. You have to literally double your money just to get back to where you started from. Every big loss you take digs a hole that gets exponentially harder to climb out of. And that's why Buffett is obsessed with protecting his money first.
So how do you avoid these massive losses? Well, Buffett's strategy is surprisingly simple. Stay inside your circle of competence. Think of it as the small, well-lit part of the jungle that you actually know. You get the businesses, you know what they sell, you understand how they make money. Everything else, that complicated biotech stock, the weird crypto coin everyone's talking about, that's the dark part of the jungle. That's where the tigers live. Just don't wander out there.
But here's the hard part. Staying in your circle means you have to fight two incredibly powerful poisons that are hardwired into your brain. The first one is greed. When everyone's making money, it whispers in your ear, "You're missing out, get in now," urging you to buy right at the peak. And then, when things turn, the second poison takes over, fear. It screams, "The world is ending, sell everything," pushing you to sell at the absolute bottom. Never lose money is really a command to master these two impulses.
Okay, so you've got your shield. Now you need a compass, because the financial jungle is filled with this thick fog of blinking numbers, breaking news, and constant noise, and it's all designed to get you lost. Your compass is what lets you ignore all that and focus on the one thing that actually matters: true value.
This quote right here is everything. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. You see, the price is just the flashy number on the screen that changes every single second. But the value? That's the real underlying worth of the business. Beginners confuse the two all the time, but the pros? They understand that the gap between price and value is where fortunes are made. To make this easier, Buffett came up with this brilliant mental model. Imagine you have a business partner named Mr. Market. The only problem is he's wildly bipolar. Some days he's euphoric, he's on top of the world, and he offers to sell you his shares for insane prices. Then other days, he's terrified, convinced the sky is falling, and he'll offer you those same shares for pennies on the dollar. The secret is to see his mood swings as your opportunity. You politely decline when he's manic, and you eagerly buy from him when he's depressed.
But Buffett isn't just looking for any cheap business. He's looking for a fortress. He sees every company as a castle that's constantly under attack from competitors. And to survive, that castle needs a deep, wide economic moat around it. That could be a world-famous brand, a patent, or just being the lowest-cost producer. It's some kind of durable advantage that keeps the invaders out.
And finally, the most critical part of your compass, the margin of safety. It's really just common sense. If you have to build a bridge that can handle 10,000-pound trucks, you don't build it to hold 10,000 pounds. You build it to hold 30,000 pounds. Why? Because things go wrong. In investing, that means if you figure out a company is worth $1, you wait until you can buy it for 50 cents. That discount, that's your protection against bad luck, being wrong, and all the chaos of the jungle.
All right, so we've got our shield for defense and our compass for direction. But to actually make progress, you need an engine. In our world of instant everything, we think the engine has to be speed. But in the financial jungle, speed gets you killed. The real engine, the one that builds incredible wealth, is time.
Buffett's favorite way to explain this is the snowball. Think of your money as a small snowball at the top of a really, really long hill. At first, as you start rolling it, nothing much happens. It's boring. It feels painfully slow. But if you just keep rolling it, patiently, something almost magical starts to happen. The growth isn't straight, it's exponential. The snowball gets bigger, faster, until it's a giant, unstoppable avalanche of wealth. That, my friends, is compound interest.
Now look at this number. This one number is the key to understanding Warren Buffett's entire life. Over 99% of his net worth was earned after his 50th birthday. Let that sink in. 99%. If he'd retired at 60 like a normal person, you probably would have never even heard of him. His real secret isn't that he's a brilliant investor, it's that he's been a brilliant investor for an incredibly long time.
So, how do you force yourself to be patient? Try this little mind game from Buffett. Imagine that when you're born, you get a punch card with only 20 slots on it. And those 20 punches are all the investments you get to make in your entire life. How much more careful would you be with each decision? You wouldn't waste a punch on some silly rumor. You would wait and research and wait some more until you found a truly perfect opportunity.
This leads to what is maybe your single greatest advantage as an individual investor. See, unlike a baseball player at the plate, in investing, you don't have to swing at every pitch. In fact, there are no called strikes at all. You can just stand there for days, for months, even for years, and let hundreds of pitches go by until you see that one perfect, slow, fat pitch right down the middle. The pros on Wall Street, they get paid to swing. You don't. Your patience is your superpower. So, you've got the shield, the compass, and the engine. You're prepared. But what happens when the ground starts to shake? What do you do when that tiger finally leaps out of the bushes? This is the final test.
Just picture it. You wake up one morning, you check your phone, and your portfolio is down 30%. News alerts are screaming, billions wiped out. You feel your stomach just drop, your palms get sweaty, and a voice in the back of your brain starts screaming, sell, sell now, get out before it all goes to zero. This is the exact moment where most people fail the test. They sell their great companies for terrible prices just to make the pain stop.
But what did our guide do? During the absolute darkest days of the 2008 financial crisis, when the entire world was panicking, he didn't sell. He calmly wrote an article for the New York Times with a simple headline, Buy American, I am. While everyone else was running away from the fire, he was running towards it with a fire hose. He didn't see a crisis. He saw a once-in-a-generation clearance sale on the world's best businesses. So you might be thinking, okay, this all makes sense, but how can I, a regular person, possibly compete with hedge funds and their supercomputers and AI trading in nanoseconds? And the answer is fascinating. Your biggest edge isn't in technology, it's in your humanity. Think about it. An AI has a massive IQ. It can read 1 million documents in a second. But it has zero EQ, zero emotional intelligence. It's programmed to react to price moves and volatility. So when panic hits the market, the algorithms often make it worse, selling automatically. They're just a faster part of the herd. Your edge isn't about being smarter than them. It's about your temperament, your ability to remain calm, to manage that internal battle between fear and greed, and to act with conviction when everyone else is losing their minds. That is something that simply cannot be coded.
So here we are, back at the edge of the financial jungle. But now, you're not empty-handed. You have the shield of capital preservation. You have the compass of true value. And you have the engine of compounding time. The jungle is always going to be a dangerous place. There will always be tigers hiding in the bushes and sudden storms. But you don't have to outsmart the jungle. You just have to be more disciplined than everyone else in it. The map is now in your hands. So the only question left is, which path will you choose?